watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So we're going to be taking a look at a Rough Ryder today. This is from the classic Carbon 2 series. Now this series of knives has carbon steel blades in T10 with black micarta handles. Let's look at the box really quickly. And you get the magnetic style close with paper, since it's T10 blades and desiccant, and then the felt liner. And we're looking at model number RR2213. And here is the knife. We're looking at a 3 7/8 inch closed length on this knife. We've got black micarta handles with a blue underliner, a pewter shield, brass pins, nickel silver bolster with the R design pinched at the end here. You get brass liners, brass pins, stainless steel spring. And let's get a good look at the micarta on the handle. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. Transitions are nice. Not filling the pins or the underliner, just the groove inside the R there. Shield's well inlaid. You can see the texture in the handle material. Meets up evenly there. You do have the gap on the back, which is a bit more than I like to see. It's a pretty significant gap on this one. You can actually even pinch it a little bit closed. So, not the best fit and finish on this particular example, but that's going to change from knife to knife, so I wouldn't worry too much about it for yourself. Then you've got the nickel silver bolster on this side with just a single stripe. Again, that texture. Brass pins on this one. A little different. There's the centering of the blade. Looks like it's pretty well perfect. And we've got a ramsfoot blade. And that ramsfoot blade measures just shy of 3 inches. I'd say about 2 7/8. You've got the RR tank stamp on this one, reverse R, with that logo below it written out, Rough Ryder. So look at your blade edge. Get a match strike pull here, and a little bit of swedging here on the end. Again, that on the other side, at the tang, we have the model number and then China written below it. A good look at the blade edge there, or blade edge, I should say. Again, the swedge. So nice, beautiful working knife. Got a half stop on it. Really like the shape of this ram's foot and the thickness of it. Got a nice strong pull on this work knife, which is great since this is not a locking knife, so always good to have a nice strong pull. I'd say it's probably about an 8 to 8.5. It takes a little effort to get it out of there, but you got the half stop, which is nice. Little safety measure there. Good smooth action, good solid lockup, no blade wobble, up and down or right and left. Just good. There's the thickness of that blade at the top there, and you can see how it thins out towards the edge and then into the swedge. Nice flat grind on it. Yeah, so this was a model I kind of just put off for a long time. So many other knives I wanted and didn't know what to think necessarily of a half hawk design. I'm not a huge fan of the hawk bill, but I do like this ram's foot quite a bit better. So that sort of changes my mind about, you know, this style of knife, but it's much like a rope knife. You know, the handle has a nice swell to it towards the end here, which makes it a comfortable grip. It is a little thin, but it's still all the more comfortable. The liners feel like they've been rolled off. They're pretty smooth. Don't have that edginess towards the interior of the knife, which is nice. And I just like the blade shape that much more than the hawk bill, which I don't find to be particularly useful. And that straight edge makes for a much more better slicer. I'm not going to be doing any pruning. I don't need a hawk bill blade. But this makes for a much more, I think, usable knife and practical knife and more attractive knife than a hawk bill would. Now they're calling this a half hawk. You can call it whatever you'd like, but this is a ram's foot blade. As the blade gets larger towards the tip, that's what kind of defines what a ram's foot is, and that's definitely what this knife does. Now we can take measurements of the weight of the knife in grams. We've got 76 grams and 2.69, call it 2.7 ounces. So reasonably light knife. Micarta probably helps in that regard, and single blade design. But it's well centered and it has a lot of strength to the pull, which I like, making it very useful. Get this nice mirror finish on the blade. So I give this one a thumbs up. Again, the 25th anniversary pewter shield, which they haven't used a lot of and wouldn't make much sense to use it now. So that's kind of unique, and it blends well with the handle. Doesn't stand out too much, so you don't have the billboarding as prevalent as you would on some other knives. So get the blue underliner, which I think is a good match with the blue. Looks good with the micarta. Main complaint would be that gap. I don't think that you'll probably run into that, but on this particular knife it was a little more than I would have liked to see. So you can pick these up on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, Chicago Knife Works, and they are UK legal and sold on Heine Haynes. So make sure you check out those 3 websites if you're interested and pick up one of these. I do recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell if you're happy with this video. And I will enjoy responding to any of your comments, so please leave them below. You guys have a fantastic day. Take care.